Hey everyone, it's your crafted crocheter back for another video. I apologize already because I do not know what episode this is. I think 123. This is episode 123. And I also wanted to see how many subscribers I have. So I have 732 subscribers. I have a lot of new viewers or subscribers, so I will go into a little bit of life stuff or who I am and stuff. My name is Elizabeth. I live here with my grandparents. I have a cat. If you watched any of my previous videos, you will have seen my kid. I have a 70-pound Doberman puppy. She is 8 months. She will be 9 months on the 6th of this month. And she is freaking humongous. She's big. If you follow me on Facebook, you will have seen some videos of her playing in the backyard and things like that. I'm a crocheter. I have been crocheting since I learned when I was in school. Didn't really go anywhere. When I was in school, I did a lot of arts and crafts, like drawing and Kumihimo bracelets and the craft lace, the boondoggles, and then I got into the rubber band rainbow loom, and then after I did all of that stuff, I kind of got out of that and went into, and then pretty much crocheting took over my life. If I had to pick one craft for the rest of my life, it would be definitely crochet. So like I said, I started when I was in school. Didn't really do anything. I finally got back into it. I graduated in 2009. Then I got back into it probably 2011, 2012. And I've been doing it pretty much ever since. For a while, it was making things for the family, and then I would make stuff for the family, but then nobody was using what I had made them, and that hurt my feelings. So I decided that I was going to look elsewhere to find places and places that I can donate items to so that they could get good use out of them. And for a while, I had probably 10 charities, that I donated to. But this last year, I've decided that, this year I decided that I am going to try to sell some of my items. So, I'm only gonna donate to 5 places, this year. And then it will be 5 places for however long I decide to keep doing this. As far as if you watch any of my previous videos, you know I make an array of things from amigurumis to baby blankets, hats, mittens, scarves, lap gowns, cows, shawls. I pretty much make it all. The only thing I have not made anything of is I'm not really into the wearables, like sweaters and shirts and dresses and things like that. I'm not into that. I don't really have any plan to be in that. The only thing I would kind of consider making is maybe baby dresses or little kid dresses. But that will be for a while. Won't be for a while yet because I have lots of stuff that I need to go over today, so that's just a little bit of an update for you about who I am and what I'm doing and stuff like that. And if, like I said, if you watch any of my videos, then you know pretty much what I do. In October is basically I think October 14th is my 3-year anniversary of doing podcasts. So I think it's October. I'm gonna have to go back and watch my very first video, because I know I've changed a lot since my very, very, very first one. So I'm going to go back and watch that one and just see how far I've actually come with doing these videos. So you guys are here for the crochet. Sorry for the long kind of introduction and stuff. But let's get into what you're really here to see. So we are going to do finished objects first. And as you can see, I got my little cart here. So the first thing I'm going to show you is I made some hats. And this is the V-stitch hat. And I need to start making a list. And I put it back. So I am going to make a list of everything that I need to put links for. So I'm just going to go on. So the V-stitch beanie that I have made is actually a pattern that I had gotten off of Ravelry. I've seen a couple people make this hat, and I wanted to do something different than a standard V-stitch or double crochet beanie. So the pattern that I have it's free, is the Slouchy V-stitch beanie, and that is by Lauren Brown. And she made hers in an array of colors. Also, if you have any problems, these beanies are worked bottom up. I normally don't do bottom up. I like top down. But I wanted to try something different. So I made some team sports colors. And this is the where did I put my book? And there just goes my case. So this team is the New York Jets with the green and the white. And okay, so as you can see, it's still kind of puffy. See that? But I think that if you wanted to, you could fold the brim up like that and have it more of a I don't think I look good in hats. I don't wear one very often. But this is what it looks like. You have to cinch the top. And she has a great tutorial on how to cinch the top. And you could make this a long beanie. And then, or just make the band longer. And I kind of did something along, I didn't do that, but I just have mine folded up because I like firm fitting, or I like them to fit my head, if you can understand what I'm saying. And I'll show you here in a little bit. I made a matching bandana cowl in this tutorial. I followed a tutorial by Bago de Crochet from Crystal. excellent tutorial. It's a little roomy though. I think the next one I'm going to make it a different size so it's not so floppy. I prefer it a little bit closer. If I wore these, I prefer it probably like that. I do apologize that in my last video, I did not do links. That's because I was getting tired and I was going to do them next day and then I couldn't figure out how to do it. But it's just a granny triangle and then you make the cow part. And that's that one. So I made that one. So I'm trying to sell that as a set, but I put it in 2 different spots. And then I made this one. I just made a blue and orange one. Blue and orange one. This one is, this in the hat is Red Heart Super Saver White and Big Twist Premium Emerald. I got some on sale the other day when I went to Joann's. And then this is all Big Twist. The orange is pumpkin and the blue is just royal blue. So yeah, there is that one. Kim Pettis, she is making a lot of these, I think, on her channel. Or maybe it's Classy Kim. There's like 3 Kims, okay? So I get them so confused about who's doing what and stuff like that. I get them so confused. This is I made another hat. I tried a different technique on how to, I will show you the one beanie that, okay, I'll show you this one first because this beanie that I'm going to show you now is the way I usually do my color changes. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. So, where are you at? Where are you? Where'd you go? Okay. So you see, like, when I do the color changes here, how there's a loop where the color changes are. Okay? So, like, you notice on every single row, it's the other color. And that's how I did my beanie because I liked, and this one fits really, really nice. I love fitted beanies. I don't like them slouchy. If I want a beanie, I want it to fit my head. But this is how I like my beanies. It's, like I said, to fit my head. And this one does too, except for I did a different way of changing my color, which is a little bit nicer, but you still notice the seam, but not as much as you do on this one. So I like this one, and this is Dark Orchid and Red Heart Super Saver Minty. And for the V-stitch hat, I used a what did I use? What did she suggest in her pattern? Because I think I followed the pattern. I'm sorry, guys. I should have. So yeah, she uses a 5mm, and that's basically what I use for all of my hats. And then I made this one too, and it's a form-fitting beanie. And I did front post, back post, double crochets for the brim. And these are the New York Jets colors also. And then I made this one here, and I use the same color changing technique. I will link that below. If I can find the video. And this one's also, I just put the seam right in front, right in the front. What is wrong with me? Was that the seam? Okay, there we go. This one's a little bit looser, but it's still fine. Here I'm showing the seam again. And this is pumpkin and dark orchid. Then I made this one, and this is the V-stitch, and I still have to weave in my ends in here on this one. So this is another V-stitch hat that I made. I did the same amount of rows for I did the same amount of stitches for the brim as you're supposed to for the adult, but I just shrinked it up a little bit. And then at the top, I did some different decreases than she did. And I like how this one fits much better. And the reason why I like top down base mostly is because then you don't have to bunch it like this. I do not like this bunching here. So there's that one. And this is supposed to be the Miami Dolphins colors. So yeah. And my last hat I made black and orange for Halloween. And I also made a Jack Skellington applique to put on it. And this is really roomy. It can be a slouch, I guess. But I made a little Jack Skellington one. But yeah, that's just another hat that I made. And I apologize if I keep looking at the camera today, or myself instead of the camera. Usually I'm pretty good about not looking at myself, but I don't know why. And I finally finished this baby blanket. It is called the Midwife baby blanket, and it is in Pound of Love and the color Honeybee. Just plain yellow, the whole thing. I brushed my hair before I did this because when we went on our 2 road trips today, I had my hair down both road trips, and we had Nala with us, and she likes the windows to be down when it's nice, and my hair was blowing all over the place, and it was in some pretty big knots. Because you see my hair is long, and when you have the windows down, it gets a mess. But yeah, this is the baby blanket that I finished finally, and I used a 6.5 millimeter for this baby blanket. And the bandana cows, I used a 6 millimeter for those also. The next thing I have to show you is on the marketplace on Facebook. I had a notification asking if oh, I have one more other than these, so I'll show you that first. I had a okay, so let's show you this first. So I made a little bag, a little purple and like Aruba Sea. So this is dark orchid, and this is Aruba Sea up here. And I was just looking at things people were making, and I liked the little pumpkin bags, but I went off on my own and made my own little bag. And I came up with this little thing. Probably gonna sell these for maybe $5 because it didn't take that much at all. I used half double crochet instead of single crochet. and you can use them for dice. You can use them for treats. You can use them for basically whatever you really want. So I'm making a couple of them to try to sell. Now what I was talking about earlier before I got distracted by that little bag. So I got a notification on the marketplace from a lady asking if anybody had any small stuffed animals that they were willing to donate to one of our local nursing homes. And I told her that I messaged her and I said, I crochet, I would like to make you some things. And what they do is they wrap them up at Christmas time and give them out as presents. So I got thinking, I'm like, what can I make that is small, that is kind of lovable, huggable, but isn't going to take like too much time to make several of them in a short amount of time. And they don't need them until November, which is really good. I got 3 done so far. I am working, actually, I have on my desk the 4th one that I'm going to be working on after I do my video. But, so the first one I did was this one. And this is the two-legged bunny rattle. You can put a rattle in, but since these are going to, my elders, or I guess, to older patients, I didn't really feel the need to put a rattle in. So I made this one, and, it is using Red Heart Super Saver Mirage. And I figured I'd make 16 of these, 8 for men and 8 for women. So this one is made with Mirage. Now, I did do a modification to patterns, and I usually do not do that. I usually follow what I'm saying. I usually follow it right down to a T. Because I prefer to have people tell me what to do. So, her pattern, it's a free pattern on Ravelry. I wrote the link down if you want to make some. But her pattern had for the ears to be super long. And I like them kind of short. And I sewed them on differently. I found this sewing amigurumi techniques too. That does it differently, because I was finding that with the ears, that when they were long, they were too floppy, especially when I sewed them on. They were too floppy and they were too long, and I just shortened them up quite a bit, and I like them so much better. And I did my new sewing technique, and they're so much more sturdier, and I really like that. So I have this one. He has blue safety eyes. Then, he just fell. Then I have this one. And he has brown safety eyes. And I made the ears different sizes. Like this one, I think I did 13 or 14 rows. And the first one I did 12 or so. So that one was Mirage. This one is dark teal, or medium teal and light teal. Big Twist Premium. Which, well, it really blew out the camera, didn't it? Yes, it did. Which is my favorite yarn from Joann's. And then I made this little guy, but he is a little messed up, I think. He's a little crooked. But I don't think they'll really care. And then this is that Aaron? Maybe no, this is Cafe Latte. No, this isn't Cafe Latte. What is this? Is this Aaron? This might be Aaron. And then this is Glowworm down here. And he has green eyes. So those are all of my finished objects this week. Not as many finished objects as I usually have. That one time I had a total of 30 finished objects. Or was it? No, it was 42. That's right, it was 42 finished objects. I did 42 hats from Sunday to Friday, I think. Sunday to Friday or Sunday to Saturday. I'm not sure how many days that week I spent at my mom's. So let's get into whips. Now, some whips I've had going on for a long time, and I am finally finishing them. But one of my newer whips is I literally just started this 2 nights ago. It's been sitting on my desk for for a little while, and that is the start of another 2-leg bunny. And the color I am using is Aruba Sea, which is this pretty greeny, turquoisey blue. So I have one ear done, and I'm not currently working on it, but I am working on the second one. That's literally all I got done right there. And then, this one, I wrote down, I was at my mom's, and I asked my mom, what colors would go together for men and women. And I wrote down a bunch of the colors that I would like to do. So I've already completed 3 boys. Yeah, technically oh yeah, I guess I did. I didn't realize that. Okay, so I have to fix this sometime. So, I was looking for, okay, so, hang on, I'm just... Okay, so I'm not gonna really... I decided that I'm not going to keep track of all of the ones that I make. I'm just going to make a whole bunch of them. I'm still going to keep my colors and make them too, but as of right now, I'm not going to make it equal. Because I have 3 already I have 3 completed. They're all boys, and the second one, this 4th one, I'm going to make as a boy too. So it is what it's fine. So this one is going to be Aruba Sea with Cafe Latte, which is like a caramel mocha brown. Mocha brown, not mochi. Don't even know what mochi is. Okay. And I do apologize for this long video. I did not realize it was going to be this long. And I still have other whips to show you. So my second whip is going to be, I started something and I wasn't happy with it, so it will get brogged so I can put it in my blanket. So my second whip is a baby blanket, and this has been on the go for a while. I also made this little bag, and this is just made with some Never Enough. Never Enough. I got it at Michael's. It's like $6 for 603 yards or 716 yards, depending on if you get variegated or solid. But I just finished this little girl. I guess it's a girly. And it's just a little bag that they can use for whatever. I'm going to make a couple of these and then put them on sale. Let's get back to my whips, shall we? So I have this started baby blanket, and it is 2 different weights of yarn, but they are really working really nice together. So the variegated is this, which is Burnett Baby Sport in the color Funny Prints. It is like a green, a blue, a light blue, and then a white. And I am using the variegated and a light blue. And the light blue is Pound of Love in the colorway Pastel Blue. So I have a whole skein of this, and I have whatever is left of this. I started out with 10 rows, I think, of the variegated, and then I switched to I did 4 rows of the solid blue, and then I did 4 rows of variegated. And if you follow me on Facebook, you will know that I had posted if I should add a light green or a mint green. You guys said to stick with the light blue and the variegated, which is what I'm going to do. Because this may look like a lot, but when you make a blanket, it really isn't a lot. So I'm just kind of going until I run out of the variegated. So I will tie on the blue whenever I work on this again. But it's just a seamless granny square. I love granny squares, but I don't like the seam that they get when you work on them, like right in the middle of the row. So I will link. It's by Blossom Crochet, I think. It's by Blossom Crochet. The second flip that I have not worked on this in a while, and that is the Pineapple of My Eye baby blanket. Which I am using cupcake yarn, which this is what I have left of the very sad first skein, and this is what it looks like in the second one. And so far I am this far, and I am using a 6 for this, and that is what it is looking like. I will definitely be making more of these in my very future because I really like the pattern. All of my 2-legged bunny rattles, I am using a 3.75. The Burnett Baby, sorry, that was my ankle cracking. The Burnett Baby blanket I am using, and the Pound of Love baby blanket I am using a 6, I think. So that's 2. No, it's 3. My 4th whip is another granny square blanket, and I just ripped out a whole bunch of stitches. It is this. It is also a seamless granny square. I really love this pattern. I am using this sad thing. It is Never Enough yarn. I think it's Craft Smart. It's in the beige, cream, and gray colorway. And I'm just using it until I run out. I have this cake, or this skein, and then I'm pretty sure I have 2 or 3 other skeins in my closet that I can use if I have to. So that will be a pretty good size baby blanket, and then after I finish it, I plan on putting an applique on it. I think I'm going to do a moose or some kind of woodland animal because it just screams woods to me with the creams and the browns and stuff. So chocolate milk. My what is this, number 5? Number 5 is my own poncho design. I am adding to it. Once I get this one finished, I am going to make the next size up. And I will try this on. And I am a plus size girl. Okay, I am slowly losing weight. I lost 16 pounds so far. So like I said, I'm a plus size girl. And I need a bigger poncho than this. When I finish this, I am going to try to sell it. But it looks like this. It is the V-stitch poncho. I know Crystal Bag a Day has one, I think. But for some reason when I typed in V-stitch poncho, hardly anything popped up. So I was like, well, I love the V-stitch. I'm just going to make my own. And once I get the 3 different sizes done, I have all the PDFs. I have 2 PDFs right now. One for my child size and one for that size. I've sent it out to testers, and only one tester has gotten back to me within the last couple of days. So if you were one of my testers, please get in contact with me if you see this video. Please get in contact with me and let me know how you are making out with my pattern. And let me know if you have any questions or suggestions on anything. Please do that. And my very last whip, finally, is a granny stitch poncho, which looks like this. No, okay, not like that, but what is going... Okay, there we go. It is a V-stitch poncho, and I plan on selling this one too once I am done. I don't know the yarns for the V-stitch poncho, but this one is Aruba Sea, Pale Plum, and Light Raspberry. So I am working on that one. Well, I haven't worked on it for a while. Like I said, tonight I am going to work on my 2-legged bunny rattles. I think what I'm going to do is make a lot of the ears and make, so I'm going to make the ears and I'm going to make the one leg and put them in individual bags, and then when I go to my mom's I can just concentrate on making the body and making the other leg and then starting the body and finishing them. So that is my plan for tonight. And the granny poncho is by Ophelia Talks. She created a poncho within a weekend, which in 48 hours, which I thought was pretty cool. So it is a long video today. Tonight I do apologize. I hope everybody had a wonderful Labor Day. I had a picnic on Sunday with my family, and then another picnic yesterday with family. Got to see my cousins, well, my cousin, for a little while. Talk to him for a little bit, get caught up. Got to see my brother quite a bit this week, so that was this weekend, that was pretty exciting. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope everybody, like I said, had a great Labor Day, and that is it for this video, and hopefully I will talk to you guys in a couple days. I know I'm late with this video, but hopefully I can get back into my schedule of doing it Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I hope. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.